Hey, okay, sir, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. I'm back at it, everybody. Finally, a month later, we have a brand new chapter. I'll be honest, it feels a lot longer than a month. But a lot of crazy things went down in the previous chapter. Our daddy knows about the Circle of Khanna. I think he's buttering them up, maybe, charming them, and now we actually have to talk to our dad about everything that went down with the Circle of Khanna. Confront Dad about intruding on the circle. Oh boy, we're gonna find out if he's gonna be nice or have tempers, which he does tend to do, which makes me not trust him as much. He's in the front of Hogsmeade. We're not actually going inside for once. Oh, that's right. I guess this is afterwards. Your friends are quite lovely, Casey, and the Three Broomsticks was as delightful as ever. I'm glad you had such a supportive circle to help you through your times at Hogwarts. What was it you wanted to speak to me about? I promised your friend Penny I would explain a potion technique to her. I want to know why you intruded on what was supposed to be a private meeting with my friends. You show up after being gone for years, then you show up at Hogwarts, and now you're meeting my friends. I think that's a perfectly normal dad thing to do. I have to make sure no one is taking advantage of you. I'm just trying to look after you, Casey. But these are my friends. Why is this bothering you so much? What is wrong with meeting your friends? I don't trust you is locked? Well, I guess that means I'm going to have to kick this into high gear and start actually playing a lot more. I don't play a lot, to be honest. I really don't. I need my privacy. Nothing, I guess. You know what? Let's kind of be frosty about this. Like we see a lot of times in movies and things, people ask what's wrong, and they're like, nothing. And they're like, oh, okay, they just kind of move on. It's nothing, I guess. It's just strange to see you interacting with them when you're a dashing adventurer of great renown. My dad, and the leader of R. Seeing you as my friend out in Hogsmeade was an odd experience. I understand, Casey. Perhaps I shouldn't have met your friends, but I meant no harm. I'm trying to catch up on lost time, and it seems like I've gone on about it all wrong. I don't regret getting to see you more, though. I'll never regret that. I'm glad you understand. Trust me, I remember what it was like to be a teenager, the angst, the drama. Just like I want you by my side in R. We could do great things together, Casey. You keep saying that, but you haven't given me a reason. You say the ministry is corrupted, but where's your proof? You've never said anything specific. You don't know much about the war, do you? You were quite young. Then tell me, I want to know why you're so against the Ministry of Magic. A fair point. If you can start showing some proof, well, maybe I can start trusting him. But obviously right now, I think a lot of people are probably watching this or playing this, and you've got a lot of doubts. I didn't know you were in the Wizarding War. Talking about my friends that were used as cannon fodder for the Ministry isn't the best dinner conversation. I'm sorry that you lost your friends, Dad. That's not all, Casey. Death Eaters still lurk in the Ministry. Walden McNair, Lucius Malfoy, Igor Karkaroff, all men who were deemed innocents. Karkaroff is the headmaster of the Durmstrang. They're letting him teach a new generation of wizard kind. McNair and Malfoy claimed they were under the Imperious curse. McNair's an executioner for the Ministry now. Malfoy has so many Ministry officials in his pockets he may as well be one of them. I met Mr. Malfoy once. It wasn't particularly pleasant. He made me watch his son Draco. Or was it, I guess, Draco. Augustus Rookwood was a spy for the Dark Lord during the Wizarding War. He worked as an Unspeakable. The work of an Unspeakable is secretive. They're not allowed to say what they do. Naturally, this meant Rookwood was able to set up a successful spy network in the Ministry. Was he found innocent? Is he still an Unspeakable? He was outed by Karkaroff and sent to Azkaban. He'd still be there if Karkaroff hadn't said anything. But who knows how many weren't caught and are still there? How many are influencing the Ministry and poisoning it from the inside? How many sit behind the scenes and rewrite history? How many silence the truth? Dad? The audacity and ignorance! They haven't changed, they destroyed my medical legacy, and calm him down, distract him. Let's distract him. Hey, is that Professor Dumbledore fighting a giant three-headed dog? What? Got him. Casey? I was just trying to distract you. You were really caught up. Oh, right. Apologies for the tangent, Casey. The Wizarding War brings up bad memories. Compared to the Ministry's disregard for justice, my plan to cut out their rotten core is hardly worth mentioning. But using mind control to force Ministry officials to step down? Is that really the answer, Dad? It is unconventional, I'll grant you that. But we've already gathered everything to put our plan into action. You have? How? We've had half the scroll for some time? And thanks to Miss Snide, we were able to decipher the other half of my scroll. The only thing that's left is a powerful legibens. Huh. We need a legilimens. They'll be the one to enter the mind and plant a succession to leave the Ministry. And that's where I come into play. That's me! I'm the final piece of the puzzle! I like puzzles! But do I like this puzzle? What? You're who we are waiting on, son. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I have some business matters to attend to. But remember, I need your answer about joining me by the time you graduate. I mean, I guess it's not that surprising, but it is surprising to finally actually hear the plan and everything that's been going on. That does kind of change things, honestly. I've got to talk to Olivia. Perhaps you can help me make sense of this. Yeah, that's a good idea. But he did answer my question. I said I wanted proof, and I mean, he did at least tell me some stuff. The question is what he's saying, is it true? Oh, there she is. Oh my, you look like you've seen a ghost. That is a big chair. There's like no back supports. Or perhaps like someone told you that some brain have tentacles and will try to suffocate you? I'm sorry, what was that about brains and tentacles? I really can't speak about it, Casey. But now that you don't look like someone stole your favorite quill and defeathered it, what's going on? What can I do for you? I feel like you might understand. I have nowhere else to go. Maybe both. But I don't know if I really have anywhere else to go. Who else can I trust? Can't really tell the Circle of Khanna because now our daddy's been infiltrating that for a little bit now. Can't tell Jacob. Can't tell Dumbledore. Maybe Hagrid? I guess the second option. I have nowhere else to go, Olivia. My friends will be able to give me objective opinions. I'm glad you can feel like you come to me, Casey. I'll help you in any way I can. Now, what's got you looking like you spent a lifetime eating Glumbumble treacle? It's about Jacob and my dad. Lately, it seems like they might be on the same side. At least, Jacob's starting to sound more like my dad. He's pushing me to make the right decision. And I just found out my dad's been talking to my friends. That scoundrel! You can't just do that. Your friends are his friends, not his. Do you know what's worse? Some of my friends seem to really like him. Everything feels so complicated, Olivia. Unfortunately, life often is. There's a lot to unpack here, so why don't we start with why you came to see me? I met with my dad before I came here. He finally gave me the evidence of corruption in the ministry. I want your opinion on my dad's accusations. You worked in the ministry. You have the answers I need. Oh, that's right, she did. You see, because these chapters are so few and far between, I keep forgetting everything. But at least it's a nice short chapter. Or, sorry, quest. But I like the fact that we're actually going to her. Although, I mean, the ministry is so big. Who knows what she knows and doesn't know? They could have been lying to her face the entire time. Maybe she was just oblivious to everything. We'll find out in half a second. It's true then? Former Death Eaters still work for the Ministry of Magic? I've never personally run into one, but I know that they're there. So Dad was right. The ministry doesn't always make the best decisions, to put it lightly. People make mistakes, and sometimes they make them knowing that it's a mistake. But that doesn't mean you should tinker with someone's mind and force them to do something. My dad wants to enhance a legitimate's power so that he can plant suggestions in the ministry officials' minds. I mean, blimey, taking control of someone's mind? That's basically possessing them. That reminds me, my dad was really upset about the ministry, and he started to refer to Dai Ryusaki's scroll as his. Slip of the tongue? Especially if he wants it so bad. Perhaps, but... He said R deciphered my half of the scroll. Not R's half, but specifically his. And he said the ministry destroyed my medical legacy, not Ryusaki's. My dad didn't work as a healer. That is a bit strange. What do I do, Olivia? Well, you're in a tough situation. You're between a mountain troll and a forest troll. Both trolls. Both tough. So what are you most afraid of, having to choose between your family and what? My friends? The ministry? My conscience? Ooh, this is a pretty good question. I guess it would probably depend on if I was actually with R. Because I don't think my friends would probably be in danger if I joined R, maybe? I would say probably my conscience if I joined R. And we don't know for sure if everything with the ministry is entirely true, even though Olivia is saying that she knows Death Eaters are there. I guess my conscience for now. Between my family and my conscience. My conscience says one thing, but my family says the other. Do I listen to my head, or do I listen to my family? It's like they're competing against each other. Whatever happens, Casey, you won't go through it alone. I won't let you. I'm going to be here for you. Because I'm Jacob's younger brother? No, because you're an exceptionally bright young wizard. You help me regain my memories. And you're perhaps one of my favorite students? Thank you, Olivia. It means a lot to you and help me. No problem, Casey. I like to think that we could be friends once you graduate. Wait, so we're not friends now? Once I graduate... Oh no, the glum bumble treacle face is back. What is it now? I just can't shake the feeling that there's something my dad is not telling me. Something about Ryusaki. Good thing you know someone at the ministry that's older than a soda water. Ooh. Elton! Oh, that's right. We met him in the previous chapter. With the nice dog that he had. He did know about the crown of Manim and its connection to Ryusaki. Alright, we'll go see Elderberry. He may have some important information about Dai Ryusaki. It's all coming together, don't you worry. Mad Eye? I wasn't expecting to run into you. You'd always expect the unexpected, Casey. How else would you live up to expectations? Miss Green is correct. You two know each other? I know I said I don't get out much, but I'm not that much of a hermit, though I don't know Mr. Moody's associate. Ah, allow me. This is my associate, Calum McClintock. It is nice to meet you both. Hello, Mr. McClintock. I'm KC, and this is my professor, Olivia Green. Please, just Calum is fine. How about Cal? Absolutely not. Might I tell me about you, Casey? It seems you've had quite the experience with curse breaking. You can say that. Are you new at the ministry? Which department do you work for? Alright, that's enough of that. Leave the lad alone. Go ahead with your business, Calum. Now then, it has been a while since we last saw each other, Casey. It has, and there's quite a bit I have to tell you about. That so? If you look at me any closer, your magic eye will pop right out of its socket, Mr. Moody. Olivia is trustworthy. She's been helping me. I'll trust your judgment. I could use your perspective on what's been going on, especially since you're an Auror. Okay, this is good. The more people we tell about this, the better. Though, we are in the ministry, so you might want to keep your voices down. I had heard about Miss Green's stolen memories from Professor Dumbledore, but everything else? You've gotten into dangerous territory, Casey. I'll have to inform the other Aurors about this. If our plan is to use mind control to get rid of the corrupt ministry officials, then we can't waste any time. But what about my dad? Your father being the leader of ours certainly explains why they would want you to lead them. Father in our Casey, the leader of our must be dealt with. He is a danger to the wizarding kind. Now, what did you mean by our almost had all the ingredients for Dai Ryusaki's device? My dad says the last thing they needed was a powerful legilimens. They want me. I imagine the mind control device needs a powerful legilimens to leave suggestions in another's mind. You should have told me everything sooner, Casey. Apologize, defend your logic, deflect the blame. I don't know how long it's been between everything. And I'm not talking about the actual chapters, how they're a month apart. I mean in the actual game itself. I don't know how long it's been. But if it's been a lot longer than I realized, then I will apologize. I'm sorry, Mad Eye. Perhaps I should have. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's happening. But I'm glad you've told me now. Be careful, Casey. Your father may be the leader, but are still full of dark witches and wizards. I know, Mad Eye. That's why I'm trying to learn as much as I can about Dai Ryusaki and his device. Is that why you're at the ministry? Indeed. We're here to see my mentor, Elton Elderberry. That doddering old archivist? Olivia thinks she'll have information about Dai Ryusaki. He will. Elton's never let me down before. You're lucky they have to head out to an urgent assignment. We will be discussing this more later. You're best not to step a single toe out of line, QC. Alright, Mad Eye. But if you'll excuse us, we've got to go see Mr. Elderberry before he's done with his afternoon tea. Well, great. I don't have tea much. I'm more of a coffee person, but I like both. I keep wanting to call him Mr. Eltonberry, but then Elton is his first name. You know? Of course you know what I'm talking about. Ah, there's a puppo. Why, hello. Or should I do a voice for him? Why, hello. Elton. Hello, Mr. Elderberry. Herbert Chooseworthy III and I were just talking about Degas. He seemed to think that in a cafe is more interesting than the Blue Dancers, but I do not agree. This is no way to end a spirited discussion, Herbert, but as we have guessed, I will allow it. I am quite delighted that you and the young Mr. Casey have returned so soon, Olivia. Will you join me for some tea? Today we're having a lovely lapsang souchong. I'll love to join you. No, my last tea was drugged. Well, I can't cheat even if I wanted to, even though I really want to. Okay. I'll love to join you for tea. Thanks for inviting me. And I, as always, will also be joining. Give me some of that sweet tea. I don't know why I'm taking a picture of that. I don't have a thumbnail yet, so I'm not really sure what I should do for it yet. The tea in Hogwarts is just dreadful, Elton. I really should have you give me one of your blends. Of course, Olivia. I have peppermint licorice root, blackberry lemongrass, smoked mango oolong, kai. I'll look through your collection later, Elton. Casey and I are actually here on business. That's right. Well, fiddlesticks. And here I thought we could discuss the intricacies of badminton. Herbert refused to discuss it with me, considering he has no thumbs. What was it you wished to speak to me about? I'd like to learn more about Dai Ryusaki, Mr. Elderberry. I know you're an archivist, so I thought you may have something I could research. Why do you want to learn about Dai Ryusaki, Mr. Casey? You can tell Alton. He won't tell anyone else, and he's older than most types of dirt. Right to his face, huh? If anyone knows about Ryusaki, it'll be the oldest archivist at the Ministry. Alright, perhaps you can point me in the right direction, Mr. Elderberry. I may have the answers you seek, but you have to tell me what's going on first. I don't want to do this. I don't trust him. He's old. He has many friends that date back a long time. I don't think this is a good idea. But I don't think I have a choice. So it seems that someone has found the Crown of Manim and recreated Ryusaki's potion. The only thing our need is a powerful Legilimens. What do you say, Alton? Can Casey and I pay a visit to your archives? Alright. Follow me. Quickly. We must get to the archives. Okay, this is pretty great. If someone has both the crown and the dark scroll, then there's no time to waste. You say we have no time to waste, and now you gotta walk the Poochie for 3 hours! So this is definitely gonna be a new location, which is really interesting. Ooh. This is the archives? Isn't it magnificent? Hundreds, if not thousands of years of wizarding history is here. Are you in charge of all of this, Mr. Elderberry? It is a team effort, Mr. Casey. Herbert and I are very meticulous about the organization down here. However, I've spent quite a bit of time keeping the archives tidy and cataloging new information. I know I'm getting a little bit screenshot happy, but well, I want a good thumbnail, but I really like the look of this place a lot. It is perhaps my life's greatest work, simply beautiful, don't you think? It's magnificent, it's dusty, it's just a big library. I've always been personally fascinated by stuff like this. Just the fact that there's so much history here, and the fact that it dates back so long. Well, that's just my opinion. Plus, I need to butter him up. It's magnificent, Mr. Elderberry. Is there really hundreds of years of wizarding history like Olivia said? Many things here are older than your school. Far older. Anything you could ever need to know is going to be in here. You'll just need some patience to look through it. But there's so much. Where do we even start? Don't fret. Herbert will help you. He knows the files quite well. Really? Now if you excuse me, I have to finish my afternoon tea. What a life he lives. I want it! Well then, nothing to do but start. Let's see what we can find about Dai Ryusaki. With the help of good old Poochie, we will find what we're looking for. Hopefully, at least something. Olivia, look! The documents are written by Ryusaki! Do share! I love hearing about the mad scribblings of a dark wizard. It is always quite the insight into the thought process. It says here that Ryusaki was going to use the thought projection properties of the crown to help the medical community? Pardon? That's what it says, Olivia. He was trying to build a device to help patients with traumatic memories. Hold on, here's the last page. Sorry, I accidentally minimized it. No one can have this knowledge. In the wrong hands, this information could be dangerous. I can't bear to destroy my life's work, but I know that I must. The scroll has already been hidden. My greatest creation to help the wizarding community had become the very thing that could destroy it. Huh. It sounds like he was trying to fix his mistake. Ryusaki was trying to help. He wasn't a dark wizard. But then, why is he known as a dark wizard? Why was he killed? Everything I knew about Dai Ryusaki was wrong. I wonder if my dad knew about this. This creation could be devastating, and Dad may not even know. I need to warn him. It all depends on what he says moving forward. If he says he didn't know, and he changes his mind about the plan, maybe? But then he says he's got the plan in place already. I don't know, there's just too many questions now. Not that there wasn't questions before. But yeah, anyway, that is chapter 48. There's a lot to unpack here, that's for sure. I haven't graduated yet, so I don't have to make up my mind just yet about joining R, but this is a pretty big revelation that we've got now about Ryusaki, so when we talk to Daddy, I guess we'll see what happens with that, and I doubt he's going to want to cancel his plans, but we'll see what happens moving forward. Let me know down below, though, what do you think of what happened and transpired in this chapter 48. Subscribe for more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery videos, and I will see you with chapter 49, hopefully not in a month, but probably in a month. But hopefully not. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.